Well, as you can see by the flag across the street, it's a little bit windy. I'm still going to attempt my walk. Well, good morning. Today is Wednesday, January 4th, and 2017. It's very cold. I didn't realize how cold it was. Of course, I didn't get my butt out of bed till almost 10 o'clock again. I just can't go to bed any earlier. Well, why should I? It's so cold. I showed you my opening shot, the flag across the street. It is 21 degrees right now. It's supposed to go up to 23, but with the wind chill, it feels like 5. I'm going to try to walk. I'm not promise I'm going to walk the whole mile. Obviously, I'm going to wear my gloves today, and we'll see how far I get. I have to get some movement in, and I remember to put my Fitbit in today, so I do have my Fitbit on. I did respond to the people. I accepted you as friends, but I've had a few people saying that they don't recognize that, so I'm going to have to go into my actual desktop and figure out what's going on, because I accepted on my phone, which I've done in the past, but I'm going to go on my website and see what's going on. And if I didn't reply back, try again, and I'll try to do it on the computer this time instead of on my phone, see if that makes the difference. I had a good night's sleep. I stayed on program. I did check with the Weight Watchers app that helps you, and I did find out that I did figure out my points wrong for my salad dressing. It wasn't 10 points, it was 6 points, which is still just as bad. But I just like that dressing so much, and so, you know what, Weight Watchers says you're not supposed to deprive yourself, so why am I going to eat something that I don't want? I'll just figure it into my points, and I'll just have to deprive myself on something else, because I like that dressing. Plus, I have 3 more jars of it. So, you know me, frugal Sandy. I'm not going to get rid of that. So, so that I wasn't in a negative one. I had 5 left. No, take 1 away from the 5, 4. I had 4 extra points that I could have used, which I probably would have liked to have a little bag of peanuts or something, but I didn't want, and I could have went into my weeklies, but I never think of that. So, okay, enough babbling. Let's go. Let's go for a walk. We'll see how far we'll get. Okay, I did walk my mile. It took me 23 minutes, and it was windy. That's why I'm so gusty. I walked a little faster because it was so cold, and it was a little harder because of the wind. That's why I'm a little bit out of breath. But I did it in 23 minutes, which is my normal pace, but I don't know if it's the walking against the wind slowed me down or what. What is that, West Virginia, Don? When the wind is blowing at you, does it slow you down? I don't know, because it was quite windy, quite gusty. My hood blew off a couple times. But, and I didn't call him West Virginia Dog. I called him West Virginia Don. He runs every day. He had a little beard warmer that one of his relatives had given him for Christmas. I wanted to borrow that this morning, Don. Now, let me tell you, even though I don't have a beard, so to speak, I could have used that. I should have put a scarf or something around my mouth because it was quite cold. But I was determined and I got it in. And guess what? I didn't see not one other walker. Are you surprised? But when it's 5 degrees, I don't think you're going to see too many people. I'm going to go in and have a couple glasses of water. I should eat my breakfast before I go to the store, but I don't have stuff to have for my breakfast, so I have to go to the store. And, because like I said, David was eating. You saw that fruit I bought? It's gone. David was on a kick, and he ate every bit of it. So I have to go to the store. And then David and Jim joined an archery league, so it's just me. So I took a piece of chicken out, and I'm going to have a piece of chicken, and I'm going to weigh it before and after. But according to the app, it's cooked, so I'll figure out how many ounces it is cooked. Jim fixed my scale. The scale I bought wasn't measuring right. So he has a scale, which I didn't know. I wouldn't have bought a scale, because when he cuts up his deer and he weighs out little packets to put in the freezer, and I didn't realize he had a scale. But anyway, so now we have 2. So we set them both so they're both equal. And so I'll have chicken, a baked potato, and some cauliflower. And I'll probably get the stuff for tomorrow, because my goal this year is not to spend so much at the grocery store. You saw how much I went to Kroger's last year. I'm not going to go that much. I'm just going to get my healthy foods. I'm going to pray to the Trader Joe gods that they build a Trader Joe's on this side of town, because everybody tells me how good that is. And I'm also going to pray to the fruit market gods that they build a fruit market closer to me, because the closest fruit market is like 25 minutes away. I know, complain, complain, complain. Okay, let's go in the house and get warm. Oh my gosh, is it cold out there? I went to Kroger's. I'm parked where you can't see the sign, but trust me, that's where I am. I'm at Kroger's. I had gone to the bank previously. I had to drop some paperwork off. So I didn't film that. That was no biggie. And then I came here to Kroger and I only spent $150. Well, I'm very proud of myself. I usually spend way more than that because I haven't been here in a while. But I'm determined not to spend as much money on groceries this year. So I just had to get a few items and I got for dinner tomorrow. And I'm not making dessert tomorrow. I have ice cream for the kids. And it's cheap ice cream, so the adults won't even be tempted probably. So I'm going to go to the post office because I have to mail letters. And I'm going to check my post office box. I don't want to really get out of the car. It's that cold. I'm glad I walked earlier because, trust me, it's colder than it was earlier, which was what they were predicting because tonight it's supposed to go down to, I think, 1. And then tomorrow, I don't think the high is supposed to be but 11. So it's going to be cold. But I don't know. I'll try to walk tomorrow. But I might be walking inside. I don't know. On a sad note, I'd like to ask for your prayers for Ava Benskotter. I don't know if I say her name right. But about a month or so ago, I had asked for your prayers because her husband Joe was in hospice and he was fighting a sort of, I think it was leukemia. And unfortunately, he passed away. Well, unfortunately, he passed away. But as Ava says, he's in a better place, and he had a peaceful journey according to her Facebook post, and so I was glad to hear that. But I'm sure, as the days settle in, the reality is going to hit Ava, and she's going to need support. So please remember her in your prayers, and her family too. From what I can tell from some of the posts, that he was loved by all, so we lost another good one. So just remember to keep her in your prayers. Okay, I'm on my way to the post office. I haven't eaten yet, and you know what? I'm really not that hungry, but I'm going to eat my 3 meals. It's going to be hard, but I will eat my 3 meals, I promise. Okay, I know it's late, but if you've been following me for a while, you know I have a hard time eating before 1. I'm trying. When you don't get out of bed till 10, it's really hard. But anyway, here's my breakfast. I have tea and water, grapefruit, and the usual suspects. And I started my day off with my prayer. I walked a mile and it was very cold. And I drank 24 ounces of water already. And for breakfast, I'm gonna have a glass of water, 0 points. Black tea, 0 points. A banana, 0 points. A half a cup of blackberries, 0 points. A half a cup of raspberries, 0 points. A hard-boiled egg, 2 points. A banana, 0. And my grapefruit, 0. So I have 40 points left over. Okay, I'm eating my lunch now. It's a 10-point lunch, and I use the sandwich thins from Weight Watchers, which are 3 smart points. The Hillshire Honey Ham Ultra Thin for 2 ounces is 2 points. I had a half a cucumber, which is 3. I had 6 strawberries, which is 0. Tea in my water. I use a lot of mustard. As you can see, it's seeping off onto the strawberries. But I was told that mustard is free. So there's my 10-point lunch. Once again, if I'm doing something wrong, please let me know. Well, obviously the hardest part of this whole journey for me is sitting at the table eating. I'm used to sitting in the chair watching TV, so it's hard. It really is hard. And the second thing that's hard is when I get done eating, I still feel hungry. And waiting that extra 5 or 10 minutes for my brain to tell my stomach, oh no, you're full. So I ate my sandwich and now I'm done. And I was hungry. I waited my 10 minutes and now I'm full. So I'm sure everybody else has thought of this before, but I'd just like to remind everybody that it takes a little bit for your brain to tell your stomach that you're full. Slacking on the job, I guess. Okay, here's my dinner. I have some cauliflower. 2 little pieces of broccoli were left over in the thing, so I used that. Potatoes with I have a tablespoon of butter that I put on the cauliflower and the potato, and 2 tablespoons of sour cream, full fat, because that's what I had. 5 ounces of a chicken breast, tea and water. And I figured it out to be 5 ounces of chicken was 6 points. The baked potato was 5 points. The tablespoon of butter was 5 points. 2 tablespoons of sour cream was 3 points. The cauliflower was 0, iced tea was 0, and the water was 0. So that's 19 points, so I still have 11 points left. Okay, I'm done for the day. I have 9,500 steps, so I think I'm going to walk around the house for the other 500. I'm having a problem with, oh, sorry about that. I'm having a problem with the Fitbit. So on the description box, I'm going to put my Fitbit email address rather than the Fitbit URL or whatever that is. Because I had like 2 or 3 people say that they wanted to follow me on Fitbit, and I accepted their invitation, but then they've, sent me messages that they're not showing that they're friends with me. So I don't know what I did wrong. So I'm going to put my Fitbit email address on there, and let's try again. If not, I'll try to figure out some other way to do it. Look at my hair. Oh my gosh, that's bad. I was talking with Denise today, and we seem to think that I'm eating too much fruit, because at one point fruit was points, and that because of the sugar, which I realize that there's a lot of sugar. I'm not a diabetic, and I'm not pre-diabetic, so I don't have that worry, but it could still be adding weight. I haven't weighed myself. I'm a weigh myself every day kind of person, but I'm not doing that because I don't want to get discouraged. And I don't know that I'm going to walk tomorrow because it's going down to 2 below tonight, and so in the morning I don't know what that's going to be. If it's not that cold, I will walk. I walked today and it was cold. I like the cold, I just don't like the freezing cold. And I'm home alone. David and Jim are on their archery league, so they won't be home till about 10 o'clock. And what else? I guess that's it. Only got a couple more days before I have to go to Weight Watchers and see how well I'm doing. I know I'm not doing poorly. I just want to see how much better I could be doing. And I have like questions, which I'm writing down. I'm going to bring my journal to show them what I'm eating and see if I'm tracking the wrong way. And other than that, just plug away. So like this video, subscribe, comment, and share.